up, my geeks and freaks? Big Girl Geek here with a brand new movie review. And of course, I'm here to review Shazam, the newest movie from the DC universe. They had an early release today where you could snatch up some early release tickets. I was able to go, and here is my review. Y'all know what time it is. It's time.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, so if you've seen my other trailer, I think I did 2 trailer reactions for this movie. I was not very enthused. I was not very excited for the movie. And oh my God, I was wrong. I'll say when I was wrong, man. I have no problem saying when I was wrong. And I was wrong about this movie. Certain things I still keep the same opinion about. But you guys know, it's DC. Like, you go in with a grain of salt. You're like, it's a DC movie. You're not expecting a lot. Well, certain people are not expecting a lot. Certain people love the DC universe and the DC movies. I'm like on the fence with them. I'm like, I'm not going to go in expecting a lot. I didn't go in expecting a lot with Aquaman, and I loved Aquaman. I didn't go in expecting a lot with Shazam, and I love Shazam. Alright, so you know I'm not like some film critic or movie buff. Just an honest geek here giving their honest review of the film. So, let's start off with the things that I did not like. And I touched on this in my reactions to the trailers that they released. I still, after seeing the film, not here for the costume, and I was not really impressed too much with the CGI of the film. And that was about the only 2 things that I didn't like. Costume of the Shazam character, his costume, his red tights with the bright yellow lightning strike and the big white cape, and I did not really feel the CGI, and I wasn't really feeling it. I don't know why. I felt like it could have been way better for a big budget film, even though I don't know the budget on this, but I'm sure it was a huge budget. It's a comic book movie. So let's get on to the things that I did like, the things that I was surprisingly shocked by. Number one I'll touch on is the acting. I enjoyed the acting. I think Zachary Levi did a great job. I felt like in the trailers it was a little bit cheesy, but once you see it and it all came together, I was feeling it. I think that the children, the young Shazam, Billy, did a great job, and then his partner in crime that played his sidekick, quote unquote. I think they did a great job. They, they carried the film. I loved it. They matched Zachary Levi toe for toe. Lightning bolt for lightning bolts. So the acting was great. The villain, played by Mark Strong, he was alright. He was alright. I mean, nothing like memorable, nothing over, like nothing, you know, that's like, oh my God, what a performance. You know what I mean? He was an okay villain. I feel like Zachary Levi and the children were much better than he was. Okay. So the direction of the film, I thought the direction was fine. I don't even know who the director is. I wasn't, like I said, I really wasn't paying attention to this movie because I was just like, okay, DC movie. So I'm not sure who the director was, but I have no problems with it. I wasn't even like on my radar. It was fine. Now the main thing, the plot and the story of the film, I was surprisingly happy with it. I thought the jokes was funny. I thought it was going to try to be a Thor Ragnarok, and I don't feel that it tried to be a Thor Ragnarok. I felt like it was a Shazam movie, and it had its jokes and its moments. I like the tie-in to the rest of the DC universe with all of the Justice League references, all of the Batman references, all of the Superman references. It knew it was a superhero movie. It played on the fact that he's a superhero, and I loved it. It's a fun, family friendly movie. It's great. There's some parts that may be a little scary for the kids, but overall, yes, I think I was happy with it. I was I'm really surprised at how happy I was with this movie, and I might see it again. Usually I only go see Marvel movies again, with the exception of Wonder Woman. I'll probably see Shazam again. I don't know if there was an extra 2 after credit scenes. There's definitely 1 after like mid credit scene. I don't know if like after the whole credits if there's another scene, because I just got out of there because I was like, I'll catch it because I was a little bit tired. But yeah, the plot I felt was great. I thought the jokes were great. I love seeing Digimon Hunsu. He is like cashing those comic book checks. He goes from Marvel to DC, from DC to Marvel. His hand is in everything. So yeah, like I said, the only thing I didn't really like is the costumes and the CGI, but everything else was great. Direction was great, the jokes were great, the tie-in to the DC Universe Justice League stuff was great, and the acting was great. I want to keep this spoiler free. I don't know if I said that in the beginning of the video, but it'll be in the title, that spoiler free, so I can't really spoil like the great moments. I want to talk about it, but I can't. But once it's been out for a little bit, maybe I'll do, like, after I see the second time, maybe I'll do a spoiler review once it hits theaters, I think like in a week or so, and then people have time to see it. But yeah, I recommend it. If I had to give it a, you know, on a scale, a number out of 10, I'll give it between 7.58 out of 10 stars. So right on par with like Us, and if I had to choose between which Captain Marvel is better, because, you know, he is also Captain Marvel, which I did a poll on Instagram and Twitter seeing if people knew the history with the name Captain Marvel, and surprisingly not a lot of people realized. They said that Marvel's Captain Marvel is the original Captain Marvel, but I mean, you gotta do a little bit more research. So if I don't, you know what, I don't even want to say let me choose between a Captain Marvel and a Captain Marvel, between Shazam and Captain Marvel. I'm not. Why pit them against each other? Why is it always has to be Marvel versus DC? I enjoyed both movies, and I enjoyed them for separate reasons, and I do have a favorite, but I'm not going to feed into that. I'm just not. They were both great, and it's a great time. What a time to be a geek. That's all I'm going to say. Giving us all the content, and let's all enjoy it as fans. Alright, so that is my review of Shazam. What did you guys think if you got to see it in this early release? And if you're catching this video after it releases nationwide, what did you think? Let me know in the comments. I can't wait to discuss with you. As always, I'm out of here. Big girl geek out. Peace.
Hey, where are you going? You just watched a cool video. Subscribe.